Okay, so, oops, sorry. We're gonna start this presentation. I'm just gonna go through and go over some of the information that was in the blanks, talk a little bit more about the extra information. This might have to be split into two videos because I do have a 5-minute limit, so I'll see how fast I can get through this. Okay, so talking about Caesar himself, we do have to understand at the beginning, Caesar, and indeed most of the people who were in power during the Roman Empire were born from these aristocratic families, right? They were born from the aristocracy. These are the people with a lot of money, the patrician class, some of the equine class, or the equite class. Most of the time, the people with the large amounts of money, people with some political power, were the people who continued to have political power throughout their lives. He was born around 100 or 102 BCE. Either one is acceptable. We have two contended historic dates. Pick the one that you found first. Not a huge difference between the two. We do understand too, before Common Era is kind of before the year zero, which we tend to put around what we usually historically declare the birth of Christ. So year zero would be that year. 100 BCE would be 100 years before that. And he lived in Rome, which at the time, the Roman Empire was long-lived and had many different forms. But Rome is still, at this point, this city-state idea, right? So within the confines of Rome as this city-state, they have other places, they have other colonies, territories, places they had conquered around them. But Rome itself was this extremely powerful city-state. Okay, Rome became a republic in 509 BCE, so a while before Julius Caesar was born. Again, thinking about time, 509 BCE is about the same amount of time before Caesar's birth than like the founding of the United States is to us. It's even longer ago than that. So it had been a republic for a long time. A republic meaning that the person ruling in the republic is, the person or people ruling in the republic is somebody who is elected to represent the citizens. Now, this is different from a democracy because in a democracy, the citizens of the country are expected to continue participating in government for the duration of that government. So in America, we vote all the time. Every 4 years, we vote for president. Every 2 years or so, we vote for different elected officials. We vote for mayors in our townships. We vote for state officials. We vote for everybody. And we're consistently voting throughout our country's democracy. In a republic, these elected officials, they go and they participate in government kind of behind closed doors. In America, we can vote senators out if we feel like they don't represent our values for their jurisdiction. In a republic, you get a senator. The senator is expected to vote in your best interest, but if they don't, there's not really a lot you can do about it. So these senators are these extremely powerful men who would gather in the Roman Senate and create decisions for all of Rome. And that is how the republic worked. And when one senator died, another senator, again, usually from this aristocratic class, you usually had to have a minimum land requirement to become a senator. So these were wealthy and powerful people to begin with. When they became senators, they were just even more powerful. And then in 60 BCE, Caesar becomes part of the first triumvirate, so this was a brand new idea. And they thought, listen, we might we're entering this age of imperialism. We might need more specific power structures to, continue our rule as the most powerful country in the world, city-state in the world. So they become part of this triumvirate, just meaning that instead of having like a king, so to speak, or an emperor, they had 3 people who shared that title equally, which if you know anything about history, that's not going to work. Caesar, Crassus, and Pompey, or I guess Crassus. I'm not sure. I'll have to, just like in Antigone, I'll have to go over my Roman pronunciation, my Latin. Caesar, Crassus, and Pompey, they split this rule equally.